It's Monday, everybody. Welcome back to Fun Music. Today it's episode 834, 834. You know our leadoff man is Fred Whitlock. He's going to take you on another journey. Here we go.
There's a couple of ECM recordings that I've been listening to, and of course, that label, I don't know of any bad recordings that ECM Records ever released, but what was fascinating is the new Steve Swallow album. This is his first album in 13 years. It's called Winter Songs, and it's numbered. It doesn't have song titles, just numbers. And I discovered Swallow back in 1967. He was in the first jazz rock fusion band with Gary Burton when he had Larry Coryell in his group for a couple of albums, and they did Duster. He's a stellar bass player, and he plays electric bass on this album, and he's got a great sextet together. And the musical expression on this album is just stunning. It's Chris Cheeks on tenor and Mike Rodriguez on trumpet, Steve Cardenas on guitar, and Goldstein on piano, and Adam Nussbaum on drums. And the band just clicks together perfectly. The progression of chords and notes just come out, and they're colorful and intriguing. The number eight is features a great soaring tenor solo on there, taking off, and each cut is colorful and mesmerizing. The ensemble works so well together. It's a personal touch to each note. Each note comes out like a parade of musical expression. And this album is well balanced with ballads, chamber jazz, and a little bit of swing. It's an album that you should look into if you like bass players and you like sextets and well-designed jazz. This is an album that you should pick out, Steve Swallow. Then in January, this album came out, an album in January this year, Dream Archives by Craig TABORN. And it's an atmospheric, spacious album. Craig is on piano, keyboards, some electronics. He's got Tamika Reed on cello and Chess Smith on drums and electronics. It's postmodern jazz with electronic instruments going through it. And it's an amazing album. It really grabs you and immerses you in sound. A cascade of notes come floating out, and it's quite rewarding. And the players just push each other and drive each other into spaces of sound that you just grabs the listener. It just grabs me. It's festy and it's unpredictable. And the trio has such jubilant arrangements to the music, and it's full of exploration. And the title cut is 12-minute journey that immerses you and grips you like the whole album. It just doesn't let you go. Then as I was exploring that type of music, I came up with an album, Everything is Peachy, which is a new release by Matt Berry. And this album is a 12-part suite. It's a jazz fusion, progressive jazz with keyboards. Matt's on keyboards and Phil Skaggs on bass and Graham Mons on keyboards and electronics and textures, whatever that means, but a lot of textures. And this is in 12 parts, and everything is peachy comes out of a whole story, which I'll briefly tell. There was a guy, Richard Bebo Russell, and he took over a plane, and he had never flown a plane in his life. And he took it in the air and did stunts with it and eventually crashed to his death. And the air controller at one point said, everything is peachy. And that's where the title comes. And the electronics in this album kind of reminds you of the early 70s of Miles Davis, maybe. And it has a great array of sound and the title is a response to that whole story that I just told. It's free form and it's flies at you and it's an adventurous album. Has great imagination of sound and it creates a world of its own. So check it out. Everything is Peachy, Matt Berry.
Wow, talk
Isn't
about a
that
title.
n-
Great. Hmm.
Oh, he's
n-
also an
an
actor?
actor? Because
Yeah.
he's in that show What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh.
He plays a vampire. So he's so funny. He's very, very funny. I didn't know he was a musician until you mentioned it right now. I didn't know. Mind you, I was blind.
Oh.
I just knew I just know him from that show, and I know he's done other works. But now that you mentioned that, I gotta do a whole catalog deep dive into his um music so I could get a better understanding of him. But I
Yeah.
am gonna listen to that, and I know he did a last album right here that I see, Head Noises. So I'm gonna check that one out too because I like the title of it. But the title you mentioned sounds even more interesting than anything. So I
Yeah, the
can't.
story's incredible. Some guy who stole the plane and never flown before and done a bunch of stunts and then crashed to his death.
Yeah,
We are stunned. We must move on.
with the
Thank
stun
you,
gun.
Fred, for those jazz finds.